Any new and potentially unique comedy show featuring an exclusive or largely black cast is something TV desperately needs. So when I saw the trailer for Black Jesus, I immediately made sure to record it. The idea of Jesus coming back to Earth in 2014 is an interesting one, especially if you're into fantasy. But the idea of Jesus being a towering black man who walks the streets of Southwest Compton is a thoroughly fascinating one. What would Black Jesus say to the black homeless, unemployed, and downtrodden, or even the police? Apparently, whatever he motherfucking wants. Are we to believe that Black Jesus is a mentally unstable homeless man, or at least a van dweller, who thinks he is Jesus and therefore dresses and talks as if he were? Or are we to think that Black Jesus is literally Jesus, a homeless man just trying to make it on the streets of Compton by his wits and constant guilt-tripping of everyone around him? The copious ambiguity is made all the more glaring when Jesus seems to perform a few miracles, despite him claiming Pops is in charge of that area, by turning a bottle of water into a bottle of cognac, sending the wad of cash for purchasing weed out of Fish's pocket into the robber's hands, and making his voicemail suddenly appear for the female cop. Is it really Jesus? After all, he talks as if he grew up with the men and women he hangs out with. Yet he has a certain level of patience for his numbskull brethren. He wants to help them be better men and women, but he also wants to bogart the weed and get free food and drinks. Apparently that's what Black Jesus would do. Gerald Slink Johnson's portrayal of Black Jesus is by and large a solid performance, but the rest of the actors leave something to be desired, except for the incredibly thinned down Charles, or Charlie, Murphy. Overall, the acting is pretty atrocious, but then so is some of the writing. I had to watch the first episode a second time to see if I missed something, and it turns out I didn't. The premise is compelling, but the humor is mostly lacking. The line, "they highly recommend it" on Instagram, fell flat, and yet the same lame joke was said again later in the episode. On the other hand, "po po perm," and "those are for Jesus, fat ass," were definitely worth a laugh. Also, quick yet jarring lines such as, "I wasn't there when my kids was born, but I'm gonna be there for my bitch," strike a sad and yet brutally honest chord. I'm going to give the show at least a few more episodes, because there is nothing like it currently on TV. Black Jesus made his stance clear in the first scene. He has many bountiful non-material offerings for his fellow man, but if his friends are not able to see the importance of those fundamental gifts, then they can go fuck off. Because it's their life and their choice, not his. Black Jesus might seem as if he is like everyone else around him, but he is showing them the way, whether they hear him or not.